From Fox 55 Sports, this is The Locker Room.
We know they've been kind of dominant this series last couple of years, especially the last 2 years. They've had some incredible teams. A year at a time here, but this is a year that we think we can get it done. We've been excited about this game for a while, since last year. Our kids, this is a game we want to win every single year. This is the game we circle. This is a big rivalry game. They're 7 miles apart, these schools. The kids know each other so well. It's a game that our coaching staff wants. It's a game our kids want.
I think we're pretty excited. I like the intensity we got going on right now. I'm pretty sure most of the guys are still pretty mad about last year and the year before that. And I think we got some proving to do to them. As our coaches have said, I think our team has some pretty special talent. And I think that talent is going to help us get over that hump.
So, I think we know how good we are, and I think we're just going to go out and play our game, and we think we'll win. But, there's a little extra motivation since I haven't beat them since I've been in high school.
Well, it's always a good rivalry. We always want to beat South Adams, so just come out every year with even more hunger.
Instead of making it to where, oh, they're number one, oh, they're going to come in, they're team to beat, we're taking it as like, well, why are we being counted out? We're AC, we come in every single year, we prove that we have an expectation to win, and so we're going to come in every single game thinking we're going to win. So we're going to use that as motivation to show, like, they want to count us out, let them count us out, and then show them on Friday nights who we actually are.
We don't want to lose, nor do they. So it just makes, when you put those two combos together, two teams that are good, that want to win, it's going to be an interesting game.
So with that, we say good evening, everyone. Welcome again inside the locker room alongside my partner in crime, Peter Hood. I am Justin Prince, and Pete, the weather through 5 weeks of the high school football season had been almost too good to be true.
You knew it was coming, man.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming.
You knew we'd eventually run into rain, thunder, lightning, and that's exactly what we got all over the area tonight.
So good through 5 weeks, but Mother Nature, she's always sure to leave her mark somewhere in the high school football season. Week 6 was filled with delays and postponements. Some kickoffs pushed back an hour, some pushed back 2 hours, some pushed back 3 hours, and some pushed all the way back to tomorrow. We'll have details on those for you in just a few minutes. As for tonight, we did get some football in, including, thankfully, the Locker Room's Game of the Week down in Monroe. It features two of the top teams in the state in Class 1A. Number 3, South Adams, traveling to take on second-ranked Adams Central. Both come in undefeated, sole possession of first place in the ACAC on the line, and that high-powered South Adams offense gets the ball first, and they waste no time. James Arnold to Aiden Warner. Moments later, they get it out wide to Nick Miller. Makes a couple of guys miss, but then loses the ball just shy of the goal line. Flying Jets jump on it, but the Starfire defense would hold, so South Adams gets the ball right back, and you're not going to be able to keep these dudes off the scoreboard for long. Arnold's got all day to throw. This time he finds Trey Scotch. That's a first down into Flying Jet territory. Later in the drive, Christian Somerset squeezing his way through. Starfires strike first. It's 7-0 South Adams, but hey, you don't just walk into the landing strip and run away from Adams Central, Jay Prince. Jets showing some fight on the ensuing touch. Alex Curry, talented sophomore, taken down inside the 20. And then it's Blake Hirely. He knows what to do with it down there. Jets get on the board, but they miss the extra point, and at the end of the day, though, it wouldn't really matter because the Starfires eventually pulled away from their rival as you see Somerset finding pay dirt once again. South Adams beats Adams Central for the first time since 2014, 42-14, your final down in Monroe.
Congrats to Coach Mosher and company, Pete.
Yeah, and one more game in the ACAC that they were able to get in tonight. Bluffton, 48-14 winners over county rival Southern Wells down at the Tiger Den.
Back here in the Summit City, Snyder playing host to the Wayne Generals. Both teams ready to go early on. Snyder's John Barnes calls his own number. He takes off, outruns a couple of Generals. He's eventually forced out of bounds after a 41-yard scamper. The Generals, though, would hold for a little while. Snyder tries to bounce outside, but Wayne's Caldewan Mitchell grabs a hold of Lenny Bennett, brings him down behind the line of scrimmage. Then on third down, Barnes tries to find his receiver over the middle. Ball swatted away by Ronald Elliott.
Could have been picked there.
Indeed, Snyder would line up for the field goal. It knocks through for the first points of the game, and then, well, the next time the Panthers get the ball back, they're not going to settle for 3. Bennett not getting stopped this time. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling over some general defenders.
My goodness.
That's a first down. And then next play, Barnes to the air, finds Carter Wortman over the middle, brings them into the end zone, and then, or brings them close to the end zone, and then Lenny Bennett, dude's just good, Pete.
Got to give it back to him.
He caps off the scoring drive with a touchdown. That puts the Panthers up 10-0. Last check, this one's 37-6 at halftime. And some other SAC scores for you. Bishop Dwenger, these ones got started right around 10 o'clock.
Well, we got a 10 o'clock kickoff over there at Zollner Stadium tonight.
Just about.
Yep.
Dwenger on top of Concordia 7-0 at last check in the first quarter. Homestead, they're on top of Northside 17-7. That one also in the
So if you want to go watch some late night football, go have at it.
SAC After Dark.
To the NE8 now. 5th-ranked East Noble in Class 4A, putting their undefeated record on the line tonight against Norwell. Early second quarter, East Noble already up a score, looking for more, but Bailey Parker picked off in the end zone here by Luke Gaff, just a freshman, but he didn't look like it on that play. Homestanding Knights get the ball back, but not for long. You know, there's a couple ways you can make up for an interception as a quarterback, Jay Prince, and here's a pretty good way to do it. That's called quarterback on quarterback crime. Parker picks one off Eli Riley, gets brought down inside the 10, and from there it's pretty easy.
Hi, Bryce.
Just give it to Justin. Shout out Bryce Vance. And I'm not talking about Justin Prince. That's Justin Marcellus making it 14-0 East Noble. The visiting Knights cruise in this one, 35-0 your final. They're 6-0, Justin, for the first time since 2004. One other game going on in the NE8 right now, and again, some action going on well after dark here. DeKalb on the road at Huntington North. They currently lead Bob Prescott's team 14-7 at last check. That game at the half.
Some late night football being played in the Three Rivers Conference as well. Southwood continuing their dominant season. They're up 41-6 right now in the third quarter over Manchester.
And finally, our play of the night. I'll be honest, there were not a lot to choose from, but this is pretty good stuff from one of the best players the area has to offer. East Noble's Bailey Parker again. He throws a pick in the end zone, and what's he do a couple plays later? Well, he lines up at safety and picks off his fellow quarterback Eli Riley. The Knights move again to 6-0 on the season for the first time since 2004. So now that we got tonight out of the way, let's look ahead to tomorrow.
Indeed. Like we said, lots of games postponed. Here's a look at the SAC games. Southside versus Carroll. That'll be played down at Weicker Stadium at 4 p.m. And Bishop Luers versus Northrop down at Luers Field at 7 p.m.
All right, the two NE8 games that were postponed tonight. Leo Belmont, that game will be played out at Leo at 11 a.m. tentatively. New Haven versus Columbia City. That is set for a 7 p.m. start out at Young Stadium in New Haven.
A lot of games in the NECC
they didn't get much into the NECC.
No, Fairfield, they're going to play Angola at 4 p.m. Lakeland's going to host Central Mobile at 5. Prairie Heights is going to take on Eastside at 5 p.m. Busco, they're going to try and get an early contest in against Fremont. That at 11 a.m. And then Garrett's going to take on West Noble at 4 p.m.
Hey, so if you're in the northern part of the state, clear your schedule.
Yeah.
You got football all day. And finally, Woodland, Jay County. Poor Jay County, they come all the way up here to Allen County and aren't able to play a football game tonight. They'll make the trip back up to Woodburn tomorrow. It's tentatively, again, set for a 4 p.m. kick out there in Woodburn against Woodland.
And in the Northern Lakes Conference, Goshen, Warsaw, they're going to play real early, Pete. How about some eggs and football?
Hey, listen, man.
10 a.m.
Listen, man. Wake up, eat a good breakfast, and go out and kick some butt.
And then Wawasee's going to take on Plymouth. That game's going to be at 7:30.
And finally, in the Three Rivers, the only time at this time that we don't know when they're going to kick off tomorrow is Northfield and Wabash. That kickoff still to be determined. We do know Whitgo and Tippecanoe Valley will kick off at 7:30 p.m. out in the great town of Akron.
Screen's wrong. Sorry about that. My fault.
So it's 7:30.
7:30.
Okay.
7:30 p.m.
7:30 for all of our folks watching in the Tippecanoe Valley. area. So we had 13 games on schedule for tonight. We were looking forward to a great night here in the locker room. We got 3, but hey,
put the over-under at 5.
I put the over-under at 5. Sadly, we did not reach the push. I would have liked to push. We got the under, but hey, that means high school football tomorrow. So
Indeed.
you can look at it glass half full, glass half empty,
They're
glass half
still
empty.
going to play the games.
Right. We didn't get football tonight, but glass half full. Now we get high school football on Saturday. So
Absolutely.
there is that. And, yeah, South Adams gets their first win over Adams Central since 2014. So we got our game of the weekend. I guess we can't complain from that perspective.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.